This is one of the most useful BM combos in TW. It's to help clear out groups. The BM will Blade Tornado into the group and stay near the main target. When the BM gets about 2 bars back, they'll drop an HF and IG. It gives them another 12 seconds of immunity. Drop a couple more AoEs, and then they'll have enough chi to anti-stun and run away. Most BMs can keep a single target still without interruption as long as their genie is not in cooldown. But it's very important that you assist attack on the BM's target, that way they're not wasting the chi, and you can get the target that's selected down quicker. Alright, when you see a BM on the ground that's in Blade Tornado, there's multiple ways of stopping it. One of them is stunning directly through it with the new Primal Stun. The other one is just reeling it up into the air and keeping it there. One of the most common combos is straight up run in, fortify IG, HF on a target, drop a couple AoEs, and then anti-stun and run back. There's different ways of doing it, so just choose whatever works best for you. Another way of anti-stun into an IG is a genie skill called Balance. It lowers magic damage to almost nothing, and it gives you the anti-stun effect without actually wasting chi. So it's another good combo to use, and then you can still have your anti-stun run away. For those without a Veno or Archer in squad, the BMs, if you have a Purge weapon, Celestial Sword, it's a genie skill. It's spammable, and it has a 30-meter range on it, so you can purge from a distance. If you see a BM running into a group or a big target that you want to protect, make sure you reel it in. Alright, so here I'm just showing how annoying archers can be, and they don't even have to attack, and why it's important not to chase them. Archers can leap, stealth, anti-stun, holy path. They have an anti-stun run skill. There's many things they can do without even attacking you. So make sure whenever you're trying to kill an archer, you don't chase it unless you have your squad with you doing it. And even then, watch what you do, because all I have to do is keep running away, and then the BM's wasting all his time, all his chi, all his skills, trying to catch one person when he could be focused on someone else that needs to be killed. Alright, as an archer, don't forget that the further away your target is, the more damage you do, and the closer they are, the less damage you do. So watch your skills, watch if you're on a BM, watch if they're in a Marrow or not, that way you can just regular attack or elemental. But don't forget, if they're in your face, don't keep attacking them, just run back some. Don't forget, your damage on the ground is higher on a target that's in the air, and if you're in the air, your damage on something that's on the ground is lower. So if you're trying to kill a big target, don't do it from the air, because you're not going to do it successfully. don't be the barrage target. If an archer is barraging on you and you run back into the group, you have a higher chance of giving people the AoE purge, since the archer's bow is hitting everything. So if you're the target, make sure you run away from the group. Also, archers, make sure you don't blood vow a target that you're not getting assisted attacked on, or that you can't kill yourself, because then you're just wasting it. Alright, when you're trying to kill a target that's constantly being healed, pretend you can't see the cleric right now. The BM will be moving around in a field, and as long as they're getting healed, no matter what you're hitting on them, or depending on who's hitting them, should I say, you're not going to kill them. So always make sure that you're finding the target that's healing them, and then that's the one that you're going to kill first before you take out the main target. Alright, so here's the point of view from the BM side, getting constantly healed. My HP bar never moves, and I pretty much can take all the damage I want as long as the cleric's on me. So, for those who aren't going to be focused on the cleric, the best thing you can do is purge. So, when the purge goes off, the cleric usually will instantly rebuff. Okay, that's good and dandy. For the psychics who have the skill, the spirit's flanks, it's useful as well. When your target gets purged, boom, you can instantly put it back up, and that gives the cleric enough time to get them rebuffed and any other buffs they need. For our psychics in faction, don't forget you're not just a DD, you also are like an arcane BM. You have your Glacial for your paralyze, you can use your Crystal Light to slow the target down from moving. You also have an AoE stun, even though it's not all the time, but your Earth Vector is another great thing for crowds. You shouldn't waste it on a single target, use it in crowds. And then you also have your single stun, your Soul of Stunning. So just make sure you're utilizing those. Your Psychic's Will also is a Purify. It also stops any physical skills that are coming onto you, so make sure you're using that. Alright, don't forget Disturb Soul on like the clerics that you see, because it slows down their healing time a lot. Even though they still get the effect, it makes their turning time a lot longer. For the sins that you see APSing still, which shouldn't be many, but don't forget that you can soul burn them and they'll APS and kill themselves basically if they don't have enough HP to tank it. Alright, to the kiddies, don't forget you have Berserker's Wrath to knock targets out the air. It's better to use in a big group because you have a higher chance of hitting everybody, but it stops everybody from flying, and that's better to kill the targets because it puts them all on the ground. Alright kiddies, don't forget that y'all can be annoying as hell too to fight, whether you're a Vit build, Strength build, anything. The new Primal skill, which is worth getting, is spammable basically. So you can use it on annoying targets like the BMs, other barbs, archers. It works great against archers, but you can just chain your stuns. So stun them, AoE stun them again, run back a little bit, stun them. It's a great thing to have. So if you don't have that, invest into it. Alright kitties, this is showing you how annoying spam healing is. My cleric is just basic Station Nirvana plus 7 gear, not even reawakened, and it can spam heal me through 2 rank 9 star street people plus 12. So it's very important that you make sure you kill the cleric before you try killing the bard. If you can't do that, barbs, remember that you have Invoke, you have your Spark. Always keep your Beast on Rage up if you can. Tree Protection, AD, Solid Shell. You have an IG or another APOF if you use it. There's a lot of different ways. If you don't have the Barb's Dead End skill yet, you should invest getting that too, because that saved me a minute ago. There's a lot of ways to survive, so just make sure you're paying attention to the damage that's hitting you. Alright, this is my second attempt at tanking. Same thing as before, watching my cooldowns, my APOF, Genie, etc, etc. Don't try to kill a Catabarb, a good Catabarb by yourself, because you're not going to do it, especially if they have a cleric on them. Make sure you always have numbers. At the end of this we're going to add Psychic in, and you'll see how big of a difference it makes. Also, keep in mind, most barbs don't just sit there, but a stationary Catabarb will be on a tower, and they can't really move much. So, if you can move, get ahead and move around, that way the BM can't just sit there and focus on you. But if you need to stand still, just make sure you're watching what you do.